Hello and welcome back to Operation Northwind. It is turn 9 for Japan. We do have one housekeeping item. The battle in Catalonia had two ships in port. He fixed it. So we have to roll for the two ships in port now. Double digits, he captures them. Single digits, they die. And it's a 4 and a 1, so they both die. They will come off the board, and we will deal with that later. Okay. The Spanish Civil War, I don't think it's ever going to end because we are down to combined. Because this guy couldn't be Lend-Lease either because of the Istanbul there. So we have a total of 5 attacking units between the two of us right now. So not looking good for either of us to win that, but we will see what happens. You never know. Okay, Japan had 71 to spend. They lost 2 to rating. They're going to spend 69. 10 on a fighter, 11 on a strategic bomber, 3 to upgrade the port. We get the -1 because of improved construction. 3 militia, that's 6. We're going to start 2 heavy cruisers and finish 2 heavy cruisers. They're 4 each, that's another 16. 2 destroyers at 6 each, that's 12. Marine at 4. And then battleship and fleet carrier are both at -2. For one for improved construction and one for Kyoto BO, we have that finished too. So that will be we have 1, 2, 3, 4 to his 2. So we have that. So that is our 69. So not bad. We'll see what we can do here. We have 2 undamaged major factories. So we are going to try to get large ship construction on black and jet fighters on pink. And let's see what we can do here. A 10 and a 7. So I think we got large ship, but not... Yep, jet fighters just missed. So large ship goes up to stage 3. Jet fighters does not move. Not sure which one I would have rather had, but we'll take it. We have 2 diplomacy rolls. We're going to go for Chile and Peru. And see if we get some low numbers for once here. A 7 and a 1. Oh, okay. We got the brown one. So brown is Chile. So I'll have to get a roundel for that later. But Chile goes to stage 1 for the Japanese. Okay, we got a bunch of moving around. Most of our things is walk-ins, but we will have a one naval battle. But I think everything's just going to be walk-ins. So first thing is the Marine in Queensland will walk into New South Wales and take that. That's worth a buck. So let's update that quickly. So that means Japan goes to 56 and the Anzacs go down to 4. Well, technically, okay, I know I'm getting out of order here. We're going to raid the line first, obviously, before we close that line up, but yeah. So I should just slow down a second. Okay, so the destroyer in P63 is going to go 1, 2, 3 to P47, along with this the destroyer, actually the destroyer is not going. That's going to be non-combat. The sub is going. Because the destroyer is going to drop off the Marine. So he's not going to be attacking there. The TBD in P53 will go 1, 2 and join them. The Marine in New Guinea will get on the destroyer and get dropped off in New Britain. That's just a walk-in, so that one's easy. The 2 fleet carriers, the battle cruiser and the heavy cruiser that are in P50 are going to go 4. I think they can go to P42 first. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if not, they can go down to P51. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the bonus, they will be able to get to P47. Major shipyard in Cochin, China. Or major port in the Philippines. Either way. Okay. And once again, that'll be non-combat. The 2 destroyers are going to come with the 2 Marines and drop them off in the Marshall Islands, but they'll come later. But for the battle, the heavy cruiser from P16 will go 1, 2, 3, and he'll join the fleet. Okay. The TBD on escort duty in P50 with the port's going to go 1, 2, 3 and go on escort duty up in P14. The seaplane in Siam is going to go 1, 2 on Maritime Air Patrol and try to take out that dang coastal sub that's been driving us nuts. The 2 coastal subs in P50 are going to stay there and raid the 2 lines that are there. The regular sub in P50 is going to go 1, 2, 3 to I-4, along with the sub in I-7 is going to go to I-4, and they're going to raid those 2 lines there. One of the guys in southern India is going to walk in New Delhi. That's another walk-in. I think that's a dumb move on my part, but hey, we'll see what happens. And I think that's all the combat movements. So, yeah. Let's start with the ratings. So over here, we have the East African line worth $1 and the Indian Ocean line, each worth $1. So we can take up to $2 on this one. And we got the Japanese and the British dice. We know what's going on. And they are both +2. So sub number 1. And he does his $2 damage. No, the British have... Yep, the British have that. I forgot about that. So that's only a 1. And we have to roll this. Okay, he misses. Sub 2. Misses, and I miss completely. So we will do $1 damage to the East African line. I forgot about his +1, so I remembered before I got too far long ago. So East Indian Ocean line, we missed. Okay, so then in P50, we had the 2 coastal subs. So I'm at a +1. He's at a +1. So we're net 0. Net 0. So here we go. Coastal sub number 1. And net 0. Nothing hit. Coastal sub number 2. No damage, and I lose a coastal sub. Okay. So I'm down to 1 coastal sub in there. So far, it's not been going good for the rating there, but there wasn't much to take, but every little bit would help. Okay. We have a seaplane going against the coastal sub up there. The old Dutch sub is now British, so we need a 3 or less to take him out. That's a 10, so he will survive yet again. To do more damage to me, I'm sure. So we did that. We did the walk-in, so let's go adjust the money there. And then I think the last battle we have to do is a naval battle over there. So the Japanese will go up $1 to 57, and the Far East Command will go back down to 5. Okay. So I have a sub first strike. I mean, if I don't get a hit here, I'm in trouble, but at all. A sub first strike. And there we go. We got the hit. I don't think... No, it's not first strike. He has a destroyer. But the sub got the hit. We're just going to do everything real quickly just in case I screwed anything up. So we have 2 fighters, 2 tacticals. A heavy cruiser is also at a 6. The battle cruiser is at a 7 also. Destroyer at 4. Oh, we've got 2 heavy cruisers. Destroyer at 4 and TBD at 2. Should be everything we have there. Yeah, the sub got the hit, but... And yeah, there's a bunch of 1s there. So we definitely got more than enough hits we needed. He has 1 destroyer at a 4 in return. And he gets a 4, so he gets a hit. So I'll lose the TBD. He will lose the transport and the destroyer. Okay. And we can add these guys to the plate over here now. Okay. I believe that is all the combat moves. So non-combat now. We got a bunch of them. The TBD and P63 will go 1, 2 to New Britain. P53 there. And they will both go into port. The destroyer in P54 will pick up the Marine in Solomon Islands, go 1 to Marshall Islands, and drop off the Marine into the Marshall Islands. The 2 destroyers in P40 and P16 will pick up the 2 Marines, go 1, 2, 3. They get the bone. They go down to 2 and back up to 3 with the bonus, with the port bonus. So 1, 2, 3. They're also going to go into drop their 2 Marines off in the Marshall Islands. That's 3 Marines and militia there now. These guys are in port. We've got an import marker there. The light carrier in P16 is going to go to P15 and hang out there. The fighter from Rihi is going to fly 1 to the P15 and land on the carrier. 2 infantry from Rihi are going to walk into eastern Manchuria. One of the transports down in P50 is going to strategic naval move. 1, 2, 3 to P15, pick up the infantry and artillery. 4 to P14. They're going to drop the infantry and artillery off in Hope. And then they are going to go into port into Rihi. The infantry in Tokyo is going to rail to Kyushu. That's 1 rail. The battleships in P50 with the port bonus going to go 1, 2, 3 to P53. They're also going to go into port. The heavy cruiser in P50 is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with the port bonus to I-5. He is going to be joined by the heavy cruiser in I-7. He's going to go 1, 2. And the destroyer in Aden is going to come out of port and go 1. And now we're going to have the southern port to eastern Egypt blockaded. The 2 infantry in southern India are going to board the transport. They're going to go 1 to I-4 and drop off in Aden and go into port. Trying to figure out what the heck I was doing here because I have a ship and I'm not sure where it's supposed to go. The transport, there's 2 transports in I-11. They're going to come down to I-12, pick up the 3 Marines from British Malay, go back to I-11, pick up the infantry from southern India, and they're going to drop everything off into Bengal. The infantry from Burma is going to walk into Bengal. This was supposed to be a combat move, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much because it was a walk-in. But 2 of the transports in P-50 are going to pick up the 4 Marines in the 2 Philippine Islands. And they're going to go 1, 2, 3 to New Britain. So that was technically a combat move, but it was all walk-in, so it's no big deal. And they're all going to go into port in New Britain. That's going to be 5 Marines there now. The last transport that's left in P-50 is going to pick up the infantry from Cochinchina and Sarawak. He's then going to go 1, 2 to I-11 and drop them off in Burma. Or it's not Burma, sorry, Bengal. Okay, so this plate is now empty. The seaplane is going to go 1 and land in Formosa. The transport in port in Kwangtung is going to come out of port in the P-41, pick up the infantry from Hong Kong and Anatomkin, and go 1, 2, 3 to I-11 and drop them off in Bengal. The 2 fighters that are in Siam right now are going to fly 1 to Burma. So Siam is left with just a militia. British Malay is left with just an airbase and a factory for now. I'm probably going to put this, I'll probably restack this one up here off camera later then. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't see any more non-combat movement markers. This was taken off her, so that's done. So what was the plan with this guy here? I know what the plan was. The heavy cruiser that was in P-50, I apologize, guys. The heavy cruiser that was in P-50 was going to join, was supposed to, leave him there. The light cruiser has a movement of 3, so he will go 1. He will go 1, 2, 3 the P61. That takes away the bonus, and he should be safe from anybody you get to him at this point. So yeah, I think that's about it now. So then it's time to place our units. We're going to add the fleet carrier and the battleship to stage 3. Those two will be finished, but we'll leave the two that were over there. So 2 start, 2 finish of the heavy cruisers. The 2 heavy cruisers are going to go to P15. Not in port. The Marine is going to Tokyo. A destroyer is going into port in Tokyo. The other destroyer is going into P15. They are all out at sea. The fighter is going back to Rihi. Replace the one we took from there. The Strat bomber is going to British Malay. The major port is going over the Marshall Islands. So Marshall Islands now has a major port. The Navy is out of port. They are not in port there. We are going to place a militia in southern India. We are placing a militia in Bengal. And we are placing a militia. Can't put one there. I think it's supposed to go. Nope, can't go there, can't go there. Where the heck was the third militia supposed to go? I bought 3 for a reason. I bought 3 for a reason. Can't put them there, can't put them there. Huh. Oh. Nah. Don't need them there, don't need them there. I guess we'll just put them in Honshu here. Why did I buy a third militia? Well, I guess that's it. Maybe I'll remember eventually what I'm doing. So now this is closed. Even though I did no damage to it this turn. Okay, let's collect some money and pass it on to the British Commonwealth and Free French to see what they're going to do. So, we are at 57 on the IPP chart. Okay. We get 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in bonuses. So 57 and 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And 15. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 72 to spend next turn. Okay, so 72 on the IPP chart, 72 to spend. Let's do a quick disposition here. 57 on the IPP chart. British, Far East Command and Anzacs each went down $1. 1 for 2 on tech. Got large ship, but not jets. Actually got Chile to stage 1. And then there's 2 subs in I-4. They did $1 damage to the East African line. There are 2 heavy cruisers and a destroyer in I-5 blockading the southern port. There are Marine, 2 infantry, and a transport import in Aden. Delhi has an infantry. Southern India has a militia. I-11 has 4 transports, a heavy cruiser, a light carrier, and a fighter on it. Bengal has 4 Marines, 6 infantry, and a militia. Burma has a fighter and a tactical bomber. Siam has a militia. Anatomka and Cochinchina are currently empty. British Malay has a strategic bomber. P-50 has a coastal sub. P-61 has a light cruiser. Sorry. North-South Wales has a marine. Yep. In P-53 / New Britain, there are 5 Marines, destroyer, TBD, 2 battleships, and 2 transports, all in port. Marshall Islands has 3 Marines, a major port upgrade, and then in P-Zone 47, there are 4 destroyers, a sub, 2 heavy cruisers, a battle cruiser, 2 fleet carriers with 2 fighters and 2 tactical bombers on them. And they are sitting out at sea. P-15, Formosa has a seaplane. Kwangtung has the 9 infantry, 2 militia, and 2 artillery. China is basically the same, except for Hopei now has 3 infantry, a militia, and an artillery. Rihe has a fighter, cavalry, artillery, transport import, and a militia. Western Manchuria has 2 infantry and a militia. That should be all the changes in China. P-14 has a TBD on escort duty. Kyushu has an infantry. P-15 has a light carrier, fighter on it, 2 heavy cruisers, and a destroyer, all at sea. P-16, Tokyo has a marine and a destroyer in port. And I believe that is it. No other changes on the board. If you guys have any questions, please ask. And we will see you all next year. Have a good one.